Okay, this is Farmer Bob with BobCat Acres Times. It's finally come to bottling day for our Canadian blonde beer. And just thought I'd give you an idea. Now, Miss Kathy over there is starting the most tedious task, which is the actual cleaning of the bottles and washing of the bottles beforehand. And as you can see, we've got, at least 2 cases or more of bottles ready. Actually, I have another case of bottles down here, but it'll probably just take a little over 2 cases. We're washing out the bottling bucket right now, and we'll be using a product. It's a one-step, well, you can see it, a one-step cleaner, powder cleaner. We'll be cleaning the bottles with that. And then we use another product for sanitizing, and it's called, when you get the light correctly, it's Iodophor, which is a iodine-based sanitizer. So we'll come back when everything's clean and we're ready to start bottling. Okay, so Miss Kathy finally got all the bottles washed. And the bottling bucket, as you can tell, this is a bottling bucket by the little spigot at the bottom. The siphon, the bottling wand, and the hose all cleaned and sanitized. So now we're ready to go and transfer our finished beer from the fermenter into the bottling bucket. Okay, so our beer is finally done fermenting. So now we get to open up the bucket. It's been here about a week. And we will transfer it to the bottling bucket. Seal this up pretty good. I'll just move that. There's our beer, sitting there waiting to be siphoned. And you can see all the fermentation stuff.
Yuck.
And goo. So now we put our siphon rod in. And this goes down and it just stays up just above. It has a little nub on the bottom, about that big, that keeps it above all the fermented dead yeast. Now comes the fun part. You have to siphon it. So, move this down a little bit. And and not bad. You know you're going to have a good beer when it tastes good, even when it's warm and uncarbonated. So we'll need to let this sit for a while here. Trying to get it clipped on. There we go. We'll just let it sit here and drain the entire contents over to the bottling bucket. Okay, we finally got it all siphoned out, and if you look at the bottom here, that's all the dead yeast and stuff that happily gave their lives to make us some nice alcohol in our beer.
Yummy.
And to make eventually nice carbonated bubbles. So now, as you can see, the bottling bucket is quite full. And we will take our hose. Make sure it's totally drained. And we'll take our bucket over to our bottling station. So, just be back in a second. Okay, now we got one last thing we have to add to our beer before we put it in the bottles. And this is called priming sugar. And what it is it's corn sugar. And when you put it in there, it feeds the yeast one last time and gets them to make all the nice little bubbles in the head that we like on our beers. So, just
Carbonation.
Just pour it in. And you could have done this either before or after you did the transfer. I like doing it after. Tends to dissolve better. You want to stir it up in the beer. And as you can see, the yeasts are already going crazy over the added sugar. They're already starting to foam and be happy. And now we can start bottling. And I'll show you how to bottle. And then we'll break away and we'll show you the finished results. I like to put my top back on. It just keeps anything from getting in there.
Like flies. Or the cat.
Now you take your bottling wand and you attach your bottling wand to your hose, your transfer hose, one end of your transfer hose. Same transfer hose we used for the siphoning. And then you attach it to the other end to the spout on the bottling bucket. Now, what I like to do is I line up a bunch of bottles, and usually do 8 at a time. As you can see, I have a hodgepodge of bottles. If you have friends who drink a lot of beer, get bottles from them, it helps. Preferably the deposit type bottles, but I found some of the screw caps do work.
But you have to drink them first.
Yeah, we try to drink them first, just in case they lose their seal. Now you open up your bucket, spout, and what you'll notice is that the wand has a little spring action here. And you put that in there, and you push the spring down, and your beer starts to flow right into your bottle. The nice thing with the bottling wand is, as soon as the bottle is full and it comes out the top, when you lift it out, it leaves the perfect headspace to leave room in there for your carbonation. So we'll do a couple here, and then I'll show you the next step. So, as you can see, this can go pretty quick. You can fill 8 bottles fairly quick. Doesn't help that the cat comes by and wants to get drunk.
Bad boots.
He's underage anyway. He's a kitten. And we'll stop at these 4 and I'll show you the next step. And at your homebrew store, you can get, this is a bottle capper.
Comes with the kit.
Comes with the kit. It's magnetic. You can line it up on the bottle. You take it like this, snap it down, and bingo. You've got a capped bottle of beer. Now, what I like to do is try to get different color caps based on the beer that I'm making.
Like yellow is for the blonde.
Exactly, yellow is for the blonde, and I get different colors based on the variety of beer. And I'll show you here, this is one of the ones that had originally a screw top. And you'll see it too will cap just like the others, and it stays nice and sealed and nice around, though it is not recommended as much, but finding bottles is hard sometimes.
And most of them are screw top.
Correct. So there we go, and that's how you get it bottled. We'll come back in a little bit and I'll show you the results of all our bottling. Okay, so it didn't take all that long. As you can see, we've got 2 cases. Instead of waiting a week, I thought I'd show you what your results are going to be like. This is a batch we made, a previous batch we made of the Canadian Blonde. Same Canadian Blonde. Got it nice and chilled. And here is the results. As you can see, it's a nice amber color, really good head to it. It's wonderfully delicious. So, until next time, see you later.